אבל זה יורד למטה. וואו!
אתה מצלם? אתה רואה?
אני רואה, מה זה? תגיד, שתים לא יותר מדי? לא,
לא, כולנו רואים את זה.
מה זה? 5 עיניים.
שיו!
יואו! רוד, בלין.
מה זה, אמא?
מה זה, ראית? יואו בנברות. ראית את זה?
תראה, יש שם עוד.
הנה, תראי שמה. מה זה?
אמא, לדור, אמא.
ג'ודאיזם, מה זה? סמלים.
A UFO hovers over one of the holiest sites in Islam, the Dome of the Rock on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, the spot where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven, built on top of a site sacred to Judaism. An American woman takes it all in her stride, seen it all before.
We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like
Easily dismissed as a hoax until you see this. The same event, or so it seems, filmed from a different angle by someone else. The glowing ball of light dropping until it hangs just over the Dome of the Rock. These spectators a little more impressed.
וואו!
אתה מצלם? אתה רואה?
אני רואה, מה זה? תגיד, שתים לא יותר מדי?
לא, כולנו רואים את זה.
מה זה? 5 עיניים.
שיו!
יואו! רוד, בלין.
מה זה, אמא?
מה זה, ראית? יואו בנברות.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral now.
לא, כולנו רואים את זה.
מה זה? 5 עיניים.
שיו!
יואו! רוד, בלין. מה
מה
זה?
זה, אמא?
מה זה, ראית? יואו בנברות. ראית את זה?
Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory that claims that the governments of the world are attempting to coalesce their New World Order by implementing a New Age religion with their own manufactured Messiah at its head. They plan to use a technologically simulated second coming with the use of holograms and electronic atmospheric manipulation to cause the people to accept and follow the New World religion, which has been slowly introduced through the mass media and the ecumenical movement for quite some time now. those that pull the strings behind the scenes plan to use Project Bluebeam to unify all the world religions under one new system. Project Bluebeam has been laid out into 4 big steps in how it's going to work. Step 1 is the breakdown of all archaeological knowledge. This will apparently be accomplished by faking earthquakes at precise locations around the planet. These locations will reveal fake discoveries to convince humanity that these new discoveries expose the error of all their fundamental religious doctrine. Step 2 involves a gigantic space show wherein 3-dimensional laser projections and holograms will be beamed all across the planet. These images will take the shape of whatever deity is most predominant and will speak in all different languages. At the end of this light show, the gods will all merge into one, the new Messiah. People will think this is their God and will discard their former religious beliefs. Step 3 involves the use of extreme low-frequency radio waves to make people think their God is speaking to them through telepathy. And finally, in Step 4, complete chaos will break out. And after that brief time of trouble, people will finally be willing, perhaps even desperate, to accept the New World Order that its Messiah will strongly push for. When a source of mine sent this news article to me concerning the giant generators installed on the Temple Mount, I suspected immediately that this might have something to do with the future Project Bluebeam type hologram situation on the Temple Mount. Strangely enough, 3 days later, that very thing seemed to have occurred. When I first saw that video with the light, a certain passage came to mind. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. It is the goal of the unseen powers behind this Project Bluebeam to use cunning deception rather than brute force used by the kings of old to try to unite the nations of the world under one banner. The architects behind Project Bluebeam would theoretically use any means available to them to convince us that we are being visited by higher powers, whether they would use video edited with special effects software, projected holograms, actual top secret aircraft, or any combination of these things. The aim would still be the same, to convince us that it's real. The question comes up, why would they waste their time at doing this at 1 in the morning when there's no one to see it? Well, there's a couple possible answers if this is in fact what's going on. One of them is that they would be running a beta test or a test run on a small controllable scale to see how people are going to react to it. They can keep track on the media and see how much attention it gets. And number 2, if this was the first time they were trying to use a new hologram system powered by these newly installed Jordanian reactors, they would naturally want to do a test run with fewer witnesses. When you take into consideration the fact that these things were sighted right above the Temple Mount in a no-fly zone with 4 different video angles being taken of it, and especially with the generators being installed up on the Temple Mount just a couple days earlier, I strongly suspect this to be the beginnings of a psychological operation similar to Project Bluebeam. We should all keep a close eye on this and see what develops.